Hey, I'm Marcus.
I'm Atrax, and he's selectively Nick.
We are working class nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, December 14th, 2023, and you can find this 226 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, and anywhere else you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away.
You can also find every single Working Class Nerds episode on YouTube. Just search for the Working Class Nerds podcast or go to youtube.com/@workingclassnerds. Click on playlist, click on Working Class Nerds, and boom! Every episode, past and present, right there, right at your fingertips, ready for your listening pleasure.
You can watch me die playing video games Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sunday nights at kick.com/MarcusB814 and twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
And you can watch me play video games Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/A_Atrax.
The three of us are all on the social media. I am at MarcusB814.
I am at Atrax_A.
And that silence it's at Nick Vern. That's NICKVERN. In this week's episode, we have a longtime Nerds community member, great friend, terrible team lover for baseball, but we'll accept that. It's Stask. We're going to be talking with somebody who is brand new to streaming, who does a ton for the AIE community in SWTOR and all the other games he plays. So, Stask, welcome to the show. The Cubs suck. What have you been up to?
Thanks for having me on the show, hey? Yeah, I've been doing a whole lot. I've been in the SWTOR. I've been working on 4 different servers worth of Galactic Seasons. I've been including the new Apex server in Shea Vizsla. I've been streaming on the Twitches. I've been doing some New World. I've just been doing all sorts of stuff.
Oh boy,
I am
he said the
so
magic
busy
words.
I cannot function.
Yeah, no, I understand that. The Rayu, can you hear that? He's playing New World. Rayu must be so excited hearing that. I can see his tail wagging.
I can picture him in the car like, yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
What? How many resources? Have you chopped down a hickory tree yet? Like, did you mine the ore? Have you made your galactic hammer?
I've got 3 hammers.
Whoa.
Yeah, watch out.
Look at that.
How strong are they?
Like 42 strong.
Nice. Honestly, that's a pretty good number.
Honestly.
Okay, so Stask, wait a minute. So you're playing on 4 servers in SWTOR?
I am currently on 4 different servers in SWTOR.
Why?
Because I love me some cartel coins, and Galactic Seasons is an easy way to farm up cartel coins. So I've been doing seasons on the 2 North America servers, Satil Shan and Starforge. I've been on Darth Malgus. I'm on Shea Vizsla, the new Apex server.
I love that server.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
a lot of fun.
Honestly, I'm going to play the 7.4 content this weekend on the Starforge because that's the best server. But
Facts.
the Apex server, believe it or not, is like my unofficial home because I like that everybody is broke. There's no billionaires and the economy isn't broken. I think you can still buy something for 25 credits on the cartel market.
I don't know if it's that
on the
low, but
GTN.
yeah. It's definitely reasonable on the GTN. I was seeing armor sets for less than 100,000 recently, which is bonkers.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I love cartel coins too. So what I do is when the Galactic season comes out, I purchase my way to the end instantly. And it's perfect because you get all your cartel coins back plus some. And it's like you never spent any.
But how well do you know math? Because you have to spend, how much do you spend to unlock 100 levels?
I don't know.
Isn't it like 10,000?
I don't know.
Yeah. And you only get 2,000 back. So you're actually coming out 8,000 cartel coins in the hole.
No, you get them back.
2,000.
I'll have to look. I'll send a message to Jackie and have her
Yeah.
do the math for me.
Nice.
I'll be like, Jackie, save me.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Fact
just
check.
like, yeah, I don't want to. I don't like grinding for things, and I'm learning that the hard way. Okay, what's your main class on the servers?
My favorite class to play in SWTOR is on the Republic side, of course, because it is the best side in the game. It is awesome.
God.
It is so much better than the Imperial side. And I myself
That is
love
100%
playing the
false.
Combat Medic, which is the healing spec for the Trooper. That's my jam. That's what I love doing. That's my main. So that's what I play.
All right.
I've managed to create a few characters over on the Empire side only for the guild and to be able to participate in MFNs every other week. So
Do you do it for the legacy too?
that too. I still haven't gotten legendary though, and I feel bad about that because I've only been
Wait a
playing the
minute.
game since pre-launch.
Wait, you still don't have legendary?
I still do not have legendary.
Wait.
I have two
All
more
right.
stories to finish up.
Let's tell me which ones you have to finish.
I have to do the Bounty Hunter and Inquisitor.
What's the Inquisitor? Like the Sork?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sork
It's
or
so good.
I know, and that's the one story I haven't finished on any server yet. So I'm gonna finish my Bounty Hunter, and then I'm gonna end up with the Sork because I hear really good things about the story.
Wait, you've never done any of it?
I think I'm through Balmora, so barely into it.
Oh my god.
This is killing you, huh?
I don't. Well, the bounty hunter story is really mid to me. It's meh. You know what I mean? Like it.
What does mid mean?
Like meh.
Oh, okay.
Middle tier.
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's
Gotcha.
middle. It's not the worst story in the game.
Okay,
You know, but it's not the best.
I gotcha.
You know, I would say my least favorite story in the game is probably the smuggler.
Yeah, I think that it's either I think for most people it's either smuggler or consular.
I like the consular story.
Do you?
I like the plague idea and how like the dark side is in like overcoming people and you're like chasing ghosts.
Yeah.
I like the story. I think that the only thing that about the consular stories is everybody's so goody. Oh, do you feel the flow of the force? Don't let the force upset you. Everybody is included in the force. Breathe with me. And you're like, God damn it, shut up. Lightning. Where's the lightning? But you throw rocks. The consulars are like, what was Dave Chappelle's character in his show, the crackhead who did Fear Factor? Tyrone Biggums.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey everybody, I throw rocks. Instead of smoking it, they're throwing it. But no, I don't. It seems like the bounty hunter story in the Sork story are just like, wait, I can't believe you haven't finished it. Well, so
Working
here's
on
my opinion. I think you should start a level 1 Sork and play the story through on your stream. Because if you put first playthrough, people are going to come and they're going to love it because some of the reactions of the story, like you might already know the story, but you not actually playing it. It's actually really good content.
Okay. That's something I'll take note of.
Because and here's the thing is if like you set up like a channel point thing, on Twitch where, you know, somebody gets 1,000 channel points or 5,000 channel points, they can dictate one of the decisions.
Ooh, that's a really good idea. I like that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it creates engagement. Atrax did that.
Yeah.
I forget what game you were playing. Were you like we got to decide some stuff? It was really funny.
Nice.
I mean, I've done that with a lot of different games, but yeah, some even have actual Twitch integration where Twitch can put like 1 or 2 and then it'll make that choice. But I don't think SWTOR has that.
No.
I highly doubt it.
You know, I wouldn't tell you to create a channel point thing for instant rip that guy because I'm going to do it and it's going to be tragic. It's going to be tragic.
I have a lot of points saved up.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
The channel point system is definitely getting revamped. Yeah, because for me, watching you play through a story you've never played is actually really exciting for a guy like me because you're seeing the story for the first time in the dialogue. So you're actually reading it. You're not just space barring through everything. It's good content for people.
Yeah, I can see that. It would be really interesting to kind of vicariously watch it for the first time all over again through somebody else, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Also, too, if you need any emotes, just let me know. You can use any of mine that you want.
I want
I'm
one.
always happy to share. Huh?
You know, I want one. You know which one I want.
Which one?
The waffle.
Oh, I'll send that to you.
All right. That's awesome, man. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. It doesn't matter to me. I like as long as they're getting used and spread throughout the world. I think
Waffles
Lauren-
everywhere.
yeah, Lauren has the rip that guy, and she even has the audio clip that you can spend channel points on as like a sound alert, and you hear me go rip that guy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. All right. So what are you doing in New World?
New World, not a whole lot. I go in there and I gather. I break some rocks. I walk around the AIE clan and call myself governor. And then
Governor?
I chop down some
Governor.
trees and yeah, that's about it. I'm going through the content. I haven't bought the what's it called? Rise of the Angry
Expansion.
Earth. Yeah, I haven't bought that yet. But I'm not even to level cap, so I'm waiting to do that until I buy that. But that's my life in New World. Mostly gathering.
Nice.
And hopefully mostly speaking up so we can hear you a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta
I
pump
feel like
it up.
I'm yelling already.
Yeah, you are, but that's the best.
Pump up the
All right.
jam.
Pump it up. Are you feeling it? Yeah.
I will yell.
What noises? But can we just
Discuss-
talk about the honest to goodness, like peace, tranquility you get when you're chopping trees down in New World?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. The sound and just you feel like a goddamn lumberjack out there. Like
It's so
you
wonderful.
look like it. The animations are freaking amazing while you're doing it. So yeah, it's great.
That's one of my
feel like
favorite things, if not my favorite thing to do.
Right on.
So Atrax,
Yeah.
what have you been up to?
I've been living in virtual reality, man.
Oh
Ever
boy.
since I bought that MetaQuest 3. It was not a good, well, no, it was an amazing purchase, but yeah, I've been having a ton of fun with it. I smacked my lamp while playing Gorn, which for those of you who don't know what Gorn is, it's kind of like a gladiatorial fighting game, but it's a little bit like cartoony. The guys are relatively short, but they have like big giant muscles. They just kind of like run around. "Ah!" And they have different weapons and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun, but yeah, hit my lamp. So I don't know. Maybe I need to just not play that game because this is now the second time that I've hit something while playing that game. So Maybe I should just put it away. The other two games I've been playing, one of them is called The Light Brigade, which is like a FPS roguelike. That's really fun too. It's got a I don't know if anyone's played or heard of Ashen, but it's got this kind of like blocky. I don't want to say blocky because people think of Minecraft, but it has a very, I don't know, just like a unique style to it, and that's really immersive. It's a roguelike, so you kind of play some of the same things over and over again, but so far leveling up the different classes has been a lot of fun. There's a rifle class, an SMG class, and I haven't unlocked the other ones yet, but the first two have been a lot of fun. But for me, the real winner so far, and I don't know why, but it's just been a ton of fun, is actually bowling. It's just a game called Premium Bowling. And
Okay.
it has a mode on it called Online Single Player.
All right.
So I get to play in my own lane, my own bowling lane, but there are other people who are also playing in
That's
their
pretty
lanes.
rad.
Oh,
And so you can, yeah, so like you can have your voice chat on or off. I usually have mine off, like my actual microphone off, but I have it open to where I can hear other people. And it's kind of funny. You get like a party of 4 that will join in and they're all on the same lane and they're doing something. Then you have like 2 solo people off to the side and you can hear them talking and being rowdy and doing all sorts of fun stuff. Like it is actually like being in a bowling alley without having to pay for all of it, and
Driving somewhere?
yeah, driving
Right.
somewhere,
but then you
having
don't
to
get the sweet
actually deal.
shoes.
That's true. That's true.
But let's be honest. Wii bowling, Wii U bowling, Switch Wii Sports bowling is like the
Mhm.
greatest ever.
Oh yeah.
It's going to go down in history as like the most top tier Nintendo game ever.
right. And this kind of takes that to the next level, especially because the graphics are getting pretty top notch now. So I finally bowled a score over 200 for the first time yesterday. Which-
Like,
Yeah, I've been averaging between 1 and 150. So getting 200 felt really, really good. And then my best 3-game average, because this premium bowling game also has like a 3-game average that you can play for.
yeah.
My best 3-game average, I got over 500 in that same like 200. Then
Wow.
that made my best 3-game over 500. I think it was 515 was my end 3-game score. So I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. It's very calming too. It's relaxing, and it's a good time.
Do any of your friends have VR?
Yeah, a couple of them do.
So that just adds to it.
Yeah, they aren't big bowlers, but there's a mini golf game, and we've been having a lot of fun with that one. There's some wacky mini golf courses. So
How does the bowling game line up with like real bowling? Like, is it pretty accurate?
oh yeah, it feels
Okay.
pretty accurate. You can, I mean, I've been playing so that you get to pick like different oil patterns. So I've just been playing with like the most basic one. It's called the Christmas tree. It's just
Oh.
like,
I know which one. I see. The reason why he got over a 200 is because he's using the bumper guards. So
no,
he can't
I don't
get a
have
gutter
bumpers
ball.
on. No, Marcus. I'm not using the
No.
bumpers.
No.
But yeah, in terms of like how the actual feel is, yeah, it feels pretty realistic. I'm very much immersed.
Sweet.
Yeah. The only thing that would add to the immersion is if they could somehow get the smell of stale nachos in the room. But like the sounds, everything, it's great. And then when you get a strike or a spare, you know how they in actual bowling alleys they have the little animations.
Yeah.
Well, you can
Right.
choose to either have the animations up on where the monitor would be, or you can have them pop up in front of you in VR.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's kind of a cool little added feature as well.
I bring it back to Half-Life. I really want to play that Half-Life Alex.
Oh yeah. I'm
Like,
waiting for
that's
it to go on sale, and I'm just gonna swoop it.
couple weeks, buddy.
Yep.
Not
that
that's
long.
why, like, if I bought VR, it would be only to play that game.
I would like to see you play Resident Evil Village.
No fucking way.
I'm gonna be playing that one.
I don't
That's
like
gonna
to
be scary.
Dude, I
dude,
don't like to be
It's gonna
scared.
be so scary, dude.
I do not like being scared.
I'm not gonna sleep for a month.
Yeah, dude, I'm not. No.
I can't wait.
There's, yeah, that shit. I fucking, dude, in Elden Ring, when like something jumps out at me, I jump and like scream like,
Ah!
yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
it's much louder than that. And I feel like
Well,
I'm
yeah.
just hitting puberty for the first time half
Yeah.
the time. You know what I mean?
Much higher pitched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much higher pitch. I don't handle it well.
Yeah. Well, speaking of scary and funny, as many of you know, I've been making Lethal Company videos.
They're good.
which Lethal Company, thank you. Lethal Company is a game where basically you and your friends land on a planet. You go in, collect scrap to sell to the company to meet your quota, and you leave. And there's monsters, and you try not to get killed by the monsters. That's pretty much the basic idea of the game. This week, I released my longest Lethal Company video. Lately, they've been between like 3 to 7 minutes. This one comes in just under 28 minutes.
Whoa.
Oh.
And it honestly, when I was editing it, it just happened. Like, that's just the way that it came out. I had the recordings. I started with what was like the beginning section was originally going to be its own video, but then it felt just a little bit too short and it didn't really have a whole story. So I then decided, okay, well, maybe I'll hold on to that piece for something else and then move on and make like a different mission or something, because I kind of hit like a wall with that. So I
Yep.
went and I made that mission and I said, well, this is good, but it lacks kind of some action and some punch. So I was like, well, I've got this short action-y section, and then I've got like this kind of longer section. Both are equally interesting, but like, you kind of need some balance. So then I just kind of put them together, and I think it came out really good. The couple of friends that watched it, one of them was in it, so of course he's going to like it. But I've gotten some good feedback from it. So go check out the Lethal Company videos. And like Marcus said, I think they're pretty good. We're hitting a stride here with this Lethal Company stuff, and I'm going to keep making them because they're fun to make. I like the challenge, and it's at least in my mind, it's entertaining. I can watch a couple of them over and over again.
I do. It's see, for me, I like watching them because I don't play the game. And
Yeah,
even if I don't watch the whole thing, I'm entertained for the time that I do.
right. Well, that's good.
For shizzle.
Well, it's that time. In Game of the Year news. Baldur's Gate 3 wins the big money Game of the Year Players Voice Awards. I don't know if we talked about that last week. I can't remember.
I don't know.
But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year. It was announced. Alan Wake 2, though, great wins. Alan Wake won Best Game Direction, Art Direction, and Best Narrative. So
Yep.
shout out to Alan Wake 2, which, I mean, that game was also really, really good. A lot of good games out this year, but definitely those two are the highlights. But now we've come to my personal Game of the Year, which I announced, I think, 2 episodes ago. Counter-Strike 2. That's right. My Game of the Year is Counter-Strike 2. It did technically come out this year, but it replaced Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's been kind of a big game for me this year. I joined a community league, and that's really helped me to level up, improve my game as a player. know how to work with teammates a little bit more, get more coordination, where to throw utility, how to, what sort of timings are on which maps, all of that stuff. And this weekend, I got a team together, scrambled a little team together for a Counter-Strike Source event, which Source is the game before Global Offensive, which has now been replaced by Counter-Strike 2. So it's technically 2 games ago. But that'll be held this weekend. We got 5 players. The team name is Team Tiny Roosters. So yeah, we're just playing in a little community event in an old Counter-Strike game, and it should be fun. So that's why it's my game of the year. I know a lot of people in the community joined in playing it. We had Counter-Strike Global Offensive we had Counter-Strike 2 as one of the game of the months. So that is my particular choice for game of the year. And that will wrap up our game of the year news for the episode. Check out game of the year in Discord. Let us know what your game of the year is. Love to hear about it.
Stask, what's your game of the year?
SWTOR.
Okay,
Nice.
I get it.
I didn't play any of the games that were up this year, the big ones that came out. I didn't get into Cyberpunk. Wasn't in
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate, Starfield, wasn't in any of that. So my game of the year is SWTOR. Woo!
That's awesome. Yeah,
Did
that's
they
a
win
great
any
choice.
awards? No? All right.
I don't think so.
They should have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because since Broadsword has taken over, their community voice, like their communication should win game of the year in comparison to what it was like with BioWare.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with
that's
you.
true.
They got
So-
my vote.
Yeah, so they
Same
got
here.
mine too.
Yep.
Their communication has been top tier.
There we go. Marcus,
Boom.
how you been, man? How's your week going?
I'm tired. I'm stressed, but it's awesome. And in my game of the year news, I've been playing a fuck ton of Elden Ring. I love it. Like, I found, like, it's like old school Marcus. Like, as soon as I turn off stream, I say I'm going to bed, and then I play more Elden Ring. And then I'll find something cool and realize that I suck too bad to do it, and then I shut it off. But, like, I found this place called the Weeping Peninsula. And
yeah.
I found this place called the Weeping Peninsula, and I get in there, and I find this map fragment. I said, okay, what's the catch to get this map fragment? And so I start walking towards this thing, and this giant fucking monster, like, stone guy is shooting like 100-yard long arrows at me from like 4 miles away. And they're hitting the ground and smashing it all around me. Definitely killed me once or twice. But I'm like, who even thinks of this shit? Like, who in their right mind thinks about giant arrows shooting it at guy as soon as you come into the area? You know what I mean?
Right.
Just the sheer thought of the monsters that they create for this game blows me away. Also, too, what I like is I feel like I'm nightmare raiding all by myself in this game. So,
Yeah.
like, regular enemies are like hard mode where I'm still dying, but I can get through it. But then the bosses are just impossible for me. Example. So when the game first starts, you come into this room in this castle, and there's this like gray foggy wall, and it says SWTOR sword key needed. I'm like, okay, I'm going into this hidden ass place. So as soon as I got my first sword key, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going back. So I'm thinking, it's not going to be that hard. It's the entrance area. I jump down into a pool of poison, and then immediately I turn the corner, and there's this like 1400s Italian chariot guy riding on metal wheels going up the hill trying to kill me. I immediately get killed, and I was like, well, that sucks. There's no forgiving here. So I weave my way through this whole maze all the way down, only to find the yellow door of a boss. I open the door and it's like this snake thing. One hit, the guy kills me.
Yeah.
And it's not even my Paxies. That's not even fair. I didn't even talk for 30 seconds. I stared at the screen like, how in the F am I supposed to beat that? Are you ready for the insert troll statement? Not even going to tell people who said it. Troll statement of the night. You can actually dodge the attacks. I looked up and I wanted to be like, how in the F am I ever going to dodge these attacks?
Nice.
And the troll of the night goes to Atrax. Okay. and I worked all that time to get down there to realize there was a 0.0 chance I was going to beat that boss. So I've made a pact inside of my head. I'm not spending any sword keys on anything because whatever's behind that wall is going to be really hard and I'm going to die until I'm good. Where I'm struggling in the game is grinding for runes. I need to find somewhere where like the enemies are dropping better currency for me to level up, because right now I'm either not finding enemies to kill or they're not giving me enough runes. And I really need to level up. And so the real story is I really fucked up my stats in the beginning and I need to level up to try to even them out until I can respec, but that's not for a little bit. I did upgrade my Uji Katana to level 3, which is great. I actually feel like it's better. Some lady gave me a hug and then like, I think it did something to me where I'm weaker than I was before she hugged me. I don't know why, but I feel weaker. And to further my addiction to Elden Ring, I just finished, you guys can see it. The Psychology of Elden Ring. It's a geek therapeutics book. I listened to it on audio because I'm in a book right now. I'm reading the Timothy Zahn book, Outbound Flight, because I read the book I read. It's a Star Wars Legends book. It's called Survivor's Quest. It's about Luke and Mara Jade, but it all refers back to this book called Outbound Flight. And so I was reading it and I'm like, man, I've heard of Outbound Flight, and everything that I've read online says you should read the Survivor's Quest first and then go back and read the Outbound Flight, because it'll all tie together everything that they're doing from the two books, even though they're not really connected. So I'm currently reading that book, but I really wanted to listen to Doc has a chapter. He finishes the book, and I listened to Doc's chapter today, and it was like the gamer's journey through the ups and the downs of Elden Ring. And it was so true, but there's never been a game that has tested my patience like this game before. But it's really cool it's like in SWTOR when you work so hard to beat a boss and you finally beat it and you just go, yeah, we did it. But in Elden Ring, there's not 7 other people. You have to make sure they're doing their job. It's only up to you.
Yep.
Somebody, I don't remember who told me it's going to take me a year to beat Elden Ring. I don't remember who told me that. Somebody did. It's probably going to take me a year and a half to beat it. Oh, maybe it was.
I think you can beat it in a year.
Yeah. But honestly, if I wasn't playing Munter for the season, I don't think I would actually be playing Destiny right now. That's how much I like Elden Ring.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah, I really, really like it. And I've found like a little niche where like, even if I can't play for a while, I can sign in and go kill a couple enemies and shut it off and still feel good, or die a couple times to go, this is why I'm not playing this game tonight. Shut it off. Destiny Clan Night, you probably won't hear the podcast until after Clan Night, but we're doing Destiny's Clan Night tomorrow because Tuesday night, I don't remember. Oh, I worked overnight. I worked from 8 p.m. till 1 in the morning. So I couldn't stream, obviously. So Tuesday, the 15th, which is 10 days to Christmas, we're going to move Clan Night. Last night, I had my work Christmas party, and we did it at a brewery, and we rented the whole brewery essentially for the 15 of us. It's a small little brewery in the town I live in, but we had it from 6 to 9 p.m. It was fantastic. But right about 9:15 when we were leaving, everybody started to get rowdy. And I was like, thank God this is over now. Because it was just the beginning of everybody like drinking their beers a little bit faster and saying, let's go to another bar. You know what I mean? And I'm like, so like it ended at the perfect time. Because this morning I still woke up and was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I was late to the podcast tonight, because I passed out on the couch. Last thing I wanted to mention is one of my favorite games of all time that I don't talk about a lot just celebrated its 25th year anniversary. It's Half-Life. And they remastered the graphics of it. So I haven't bought it. I'm trying to find a physical copy of it. But I am going to buy that, because if they updated the graphics and it's like playable in 2023, because the original version really isn't playable right now.
It's
like,
rough. Yeah.
It's hard. Like you can't see where the buttons you got to click are. And that's a lot of like clicking and some puzzles and stuff like that. So I do want to play it. And if I could buy a physical copy, I'll buy it and never open it, just because Half-Life created it all for first person shooters. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the baby. So Nick, what have you been up to?
Well,
you hear that? It's crickets.
yeah. All you can hear is the Imperial alarm going off in the background.
Dude, I want to know, do you think... Yeah, exactly. That klaxon. Do you think Nick's Imperial cage is like dog crate size, or do you think he has like a real size crate where he can like actually stand up?
He can probably stand up, I'm sure.
I don't know, dude. I think she keeps him in like a dog crate and uses like the cattle prod and like shocks him.
Or like a water bottle.
As soon as he says, hey, is it okay if I turn on my computer? Did I tell you to talk? And refer to me as sir.
Oh, man.
In AIE news, well, it's a special night because we have Stask here tonight. So let's ask him about all the awesome weekly events he hosts in AIE.
Oh, well, man, that's all the stuff we're doing in AIE and the weekly events. It's certainly not just me by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, we do PvP on Wednesday nights, which is a fun little thing. It's a fun way to spend your evening with some friends doing PvP. Like to switch it up between which faction and which bracket we're queuing. You should jump in with us, Marcus, on one of our lobby nights. Learn how to PvP.
I know how to PvP. Kill stuff, don't die.
Well, yeah, there is that, of course. But
I personally love Hutball. That's my favorite PvP.
Which one?
All of them.
All three of them? You don't have a favorite of the three? Oh, you love... Yeah, it's a fun sports game. It's like rugby, kind of, or football, I guess, yeah.
I like it because it's different, and you're still... Like, if you don't want to actually, like, pass the football or pass the ball around, you can just kill people. It's the same thing. Or if you're a healer, you can just heal people, But you know who else loves Hutball more than anybody else we know? It's
Who's that?
Chimeri.
Does
Oh
he?
yeah, he loves Hutball.
Oh, dude, he
Okay,
loves
all right.
Hutball so much.
That's
he-
his
yeah.
favorite mode,
Like-
I think.
His least favorite mode is Void Star.
Yeah, he hates Void Star. I know that
Yeah.
much.
I don't understand why there's so much hate for Void Star. Machete hates Void Star with a passion. I love Void Star. I
You should
think it's
ask
great.
him. You should at Chimeri on Twitter and say, "Why do you hate Void Star and you love Hutball?"
Okay. All right.
You'll get a
Yeah.
great
Yeah, you
response.
gotta
I think I
ask
see
Yeah,
where
you
this
got
is
it.
going.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Uh,
So Wednesday nights is PvP, and just for the record, we do a private PvP match to end clan night every clan night. So I get it. The private match with friends always is fun because you're getting killed, but you're getting killed by your friends, so it doesn't really bother you as much.
Right. Yeah, no, these are public matches though. We just drop in queue. So a lot of times we're losing as friends or we're winning as friends, which losing as friends is rough, but it's still better than just queuing solo and getting your teeth kicked in for sure. So there's
Oh,
that. And Fridays we've got a monthly schedule now too. We brought that one back. Marcus, you remember when we used to do those Fridays, right?
What, Mega?
Yeah, Mega was the fourth Friday every month.
Yeah.
We haven't replaced that, but we do GSF a lot of the Fridays. It's gonna happen, man. You promised. You swore you would do it.
I definitely so the concept of GSF, Galactic Starfighter, for anybody who doesn't know, you're basically in a starship and you're shooting other starships, and yeah, the theory of it works great, but going into it in practice, it's actually really hard. Like the learning curve is steep.
Oh, for sure. I mean, everybody says it usually takes about 25 matches or more before you feel like you're not just an idiot out there in a starfighter, basically. Like you feel like you're actually doing something that you know what you're doing. Whether you're good or not, that'll take a while yet. But to feel like you're actually contributing is about 25 matches. So it's a pretty steep learning curve for sure. But we can do, we've learned how to do some tutorials. Marcus, you've taken part in some of them. Basically a private match where we show everybody the controls of the ship, which has been a lot of fun.
Whenever we did the tutorial, I think Seema and I just sat in the back and we floated, and then when everybody's like, hit the thrusters, we would just hit the thrusters and crash into an asteroid.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
They're officially called space potatoes. They're not asteroids. They're space potatoes.
Potatoes.
Right. You want to maybe I shouldn't tell on myself, but the few times we've done these and Max has run them, somebody has been missile locking on him while he's trying to talk and instruct people. I think I know who that was, but I won't say anything.
Why wouldn't you? Call him out.
No, it was me. It was 100% me until I think it started to irritate him enough, and he said something about it. Because you could, while he was talking in Discord, you could hear the missile alert sound. And it was almost, it was almost drowning him out. So I was like, I better stop.
That's the best. Well, I never thought I would get it back, but I do understand because anytime we did anything with Max, everybody gunned for him.
Right.
So but he's always so good at all the games. So he's got it all down to a science anyway.
Oh, for sure. And I think, I mean, everybody wants to go after the boss, right? I'm sure you get that at work a little bit. I mean, if you put yourself in a dunk tank, you could probably print money with all your employees lining up to drop you into that dunk tank. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. I know
Or
my.
both your
Listen.
employees.
I think my wife would rather that more than any employees.
Oh, really?
Oh, for sure. If I was
All
in a
right.
dunk tank, she would just. I think she would spend the bank to just to everyone.
Nice.
She'd probably buy a potato gun. Uh,
Nice.
I remember at one of my old jobs, they had it was $2, and you could throw a pie tin full of whipped cream at one of 3 bosses.
Wow.
Yeah,
for $3,
2.
Hell yeah.
that's worth it.
Yeah,
That's a moneymaker for sure.
it was
Yeah.
even better because I mean, I didn't spend $2, but I sat there and watched the line of probably 15 to 20 people just pie after pie after pie. And then there's one sweet old lady at the very end, all giddy with her 20. Just like, here we go, 20. All right, great. I get 10. 3 for you, 3 for you. Like, just going down the line. Oh man, good times.
That's awesome.
That
Yeah.
is awesome. I know Nick isn't here, but believe it or not, we'll be right back because I have to use the bathroom.
How do you feel about that Shohei deal, man? Did you read anything about that or no?
What are you talking about?
All right. Shohei Ohtani signing with the Dodgers. Did you see any of that?
No,
You didn't know that?
no,
That's like a
Dude,
week old, man.
bro. I've been
Turn on
when
radio.
I tell you, bro, I listen to books, podcasts, and I haven't listened to anything because I've been fucking grinding. How much?
So you really want to know? This is the
Yeah.
fucked up part. 10 years. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? $700 million. And everybody but Dodgers fans are all up in arms because
Overpaid.
he is deferring $680 million of the $700 million. So the cap hit the Dodgers are taking is like $20 million
So when is he deferring it to?
till after the contract's over with. So what they're thinking is he's going to make more than that money that they would pay him, like 10 years, 700 million is 70 million a year, right? So he's going to make more than that in endorsements being out in LA. So he's going to make that money, and then once he's done with the Dodgers, they'll still have to pay him the $680 million that's deferred. But the Dodgers won't take the salary cap hit, so they'll be able to sign other players for money also.
1,600 games. 700.
Oh, you're doing the math. The Dodgers
Dude,
are
Look at that.
gaming the system to buy themselves a World Series.
Listen to
And
me. He's getting paid $437,000 per game.
It's $70 million a year.
It's so I did 162 games, 162 games a year,
Right.
times 10 years. That's 1,600 games, divided by $700 million, and it's $437,500 per game.
$500,000 a game.
So wait, so they pitch. Hold on.
Oh, he's
So
not pitching
430
next year because he had surgery this year and he can't pitch this year on that arm.
So what's he gonna do?
He's just going to be an outfielder.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
500 divided by 5 at bats. $87,000 every time he stands at the plate. That's more than I make in a year.
Yeah.
It's more than I make in like 3.
And we're back. So today we're talking with Stask about what it's like to start to stream a month in, and what's he learned from the process, and where does he want it to go. So I'll start the questions. Why did you start streaming?
Well, because I wanted to be like my hero, Marcus B814, of course.
Get the fuck out of here.
You spelled
Oh,
A_Atrax wrong.
yeah, well that too. That too.
I'm just kidding.
Marcus B814 is like Batman. Atrax is like Robin, right? Is that a fair assessment or no?
I'll
So,
wear the tights. He can be Batman.
All right. All right.
Hey,
They both wear tights, don't they? In the original show.
he can be. He's like Superman, and I'm like Batman. I think.
Superman's a
fair.
bitch.
Oh,
That's what I mean.
Dude. Dude,
Would you rather be
I see what you
Aquaman?
did there.
No.
There you go.
Aquaman. Thinking about DC, Lex Luthor is basically Iron Man, Tony Stark, just evil.
Yeah, evil Iron Man.
Evil Iron Man.
Yeah.
Without the arc reactor.
So you want it to be like Marcus?
No.
Yeah. No, I game enough, and it's something I thought about for a while, and I watched a lot of streamers, and I thought it looks like a lot of fun, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Then I pulled the trigger about a week before Thanksgiving. I just kind of said, "Fuck it, let's go live." So I did.
That's the hardest part.
Yep.
100%. It was the inertia, wanting it to be right, wanting to know when the right time was, wanting to just worrying about it, and then I finally just said, you just got to do it. So I did it, and it's been a fun month. I really enjoy streaming. It's a lot of fun.
How close are you to affiliate?
Which one's affiliate? Is that 50 followers?
50 followers and average of 3 viewers.
Okay, I think I've got the average. I'm about halfway to my 50 followers.
Let's go, people. Tell everybody your channel.
My channel is twitch.tv/Stask27. That's STASK27.
What's the 27 stand for?
It's a secret. You gotta click the follow button to find out what the 27 stands for. Ooh.
Whoa.
Plot thickens.
That's what we like to call a teaser, ladies and gentlemen.
A teaser.
So what is your favorite game of all time then?
It's such a loaded question, man. Because I've got so many games that I've played over the years that I have loved the shit out of for like a stretch. Like I have just gotten lost in. I gotta go with Battlefront 2, but not the most recent iteration. The original one, like from the
original.
mid-aughts on the Xbox. A lot of fun playing that game with a friend of mine. And we'd run the Galactic Conquest mode, and it was just so much fun. Yeah.
It was a great game.
It's fantastic. It still holds up. They haven't made another game like it. I'll put it like that.
What's better? Battlefront 2, the original, or Republic Commando?
I hate to admit it, man. I have never played Republic Commando. I hear a lot of things, but I've never played that game.
You should play it. They brought it out for the Switch.
Yeah.
I don't have a Switch.
I think it's on Steam.
Is it on Steam? Well, now I gotta look.
Yeah, in the holiday bundles, they do like the Star Wars bundle where you get like every single old Star Wars game, and it's like $8.
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Okay.
It's part of the Star Wars Complete Collection.
Yeah, like Jedi Academy.
A lot of really cool stuff. Rogue Squadron, the original Battlefront 1 and 2, Star Wars Galactic Battleground Saga. This was an RTS Star Wars game.
Remember that?
1990 something. Lego Star Wars, Force Unleashed, all sorts of cool stuff in this Star Wars pack.
Yeah, it's a really good bundle, and it's like literally like $8 during the holiday sale.
Yeah, wait for it to go on sale.
Oh yeah, right now that collection is $217.
Yeah, it's literally like $20. It's
But
like
it goes on
90%
sale
off
every time.
for the
Okay.
winter sale. Wish list that shit.
Yep.
I will wishlist that one right now.
Winter sale's coming up.
It's coming soon. I think it starts next Tuesday.
That would be nice.
No, it does definitely, because so Christmas is that following Monday, and they'll start it prior to Christmas, so it'll probably start Tuesday the 19th and go till Tuesday the 2nd. It's usually 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. So, if the original Battlefront 2 is your favorite game, would you describe yourself as a PC gamer or a console gamer?
It's another tough one. I started on console. I had really young kid. We had the Atari 1600, then NES. Then we got the Sega Genesis, and I eventually got a Nintendo 64. Then an Xbox, then a 360, and then I got my PS4. It wasn't until about 3 years ago that I got really started becoming a PC gamer exclusively. I've moved away from the console. I played SWTOR at launch. I played WoW in like 05-ish area. But I was still playing mostly console except for those games. But now I'm almost exclusively on PC. So as I've gotten older, I've kind of migrated to the PC instead of the console.
Were you an Xbox or a PlayStation guy?
Yes.
There
I
it is,
was
console fan.
Yeah, I was I had an Xbox. I got a 360 when that generation came out. And then when Microsoft started tiering their live subscriptions, and
Yep.
PlayStation was definitely a lot cheaper, that's when I moved to PlayStation. I think with the 360, Xbox was doing a lot of stuff for indie games, which I loved. They were putting them in the marketplace like Castle Crashers. I had that on my 360. That was
It's one of my
lot
favorite.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of my favorite co-op games of all time.
Oh, it's great for couch co-op.
Mm-hmm. Alien
So-
Hominid is out now too.
Yeah, so we are. I'm working through getting the team, who made Castle Crashers and now Alien Hominid. We interviewed them at PAX, and the Alien Hominid came out, so we're gonna get them to come on the show.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm hoping we can get a bunch of free keys and give them to the community members so we can all do one big community night playing that game, because we played the shit out of that game.
Oh yeah, we were at that booth for a long time.
And remember A-Tracks? Like they had, like when you got to the booth, they had all the screens, and then we were like, hey, we have an appointment. Come in the back. And they had their own laptop set up for us, and it was like a nice chair, and like it was tight in the back of the booth, but that was okay. Like that didn't bother me at all. I wasn't offended by that.
You can tell they very clearly were like, okay, we need to do something to make the media feel better, other than just like, oh yeah, hey, get off a station, like here, come, like Marcus said, oh here, come behind the booth just a little bit.
But it was so nice because like you're walking around and they were like, here's a nice comfy chair to sit in. And
yeah, they had a little couch back there too, didn't they?
Yes. We were straight
That's
chilling.
Awesome. Oh
yes.
yeah.
Yep. Would you say as your stream is going on, will you do more variety, or are you going to keep it to, one game for the community side of it?
I'm going to start mixing it up a little bit as I'm learning how to stream and what all goes into that. I like to stick with something familiar, and I am super familiar with SWTOR, so it's nice to not worry about learning a game while I'm also learning to stream. So I feel pretty soon I'm going to start branching out, try some new games. I keep hearing about this game called Lethal Company. I think that might get streamed
Yes.
at some point. Trying to get roped in by roped into that by somebody that wants to kill me as often as she can in games. So yeah, that might pop up on my channel as I'm streaming it.
If you ever need someone to distract all of the monsters for you, this guy right here. I can almost never make it through a mission alive because I will always get targeted first.
Yeah.
So I don't know why.
Why?
It
Yeah.
just happens like that. I die a lot, and my friends seem to make it out. So, I'm just letting you know if you ever need a target dummy.
Yeah.
got
Well,
you covered.
I've never played it. I'd be going in completely blind, so maybe that would be good
That
to have
makes
you
it-
in there to.
No, that makes
take
it
'em
more
off me.
fun.
Okay.
It's a lot more fun when you don't know what's going on.
Awesome. I usually
Yeah.
don't know what's going on, so that works.
Good times. So
Yeah.
we've talked about like why you started. Do you have any stream goals in mind?
Yeah. I want to have a lot of fun doing it. That's my main goal. That's the primary thing. As far as long-term stuff, I'm not really sure where it's going to take me, but I'm down for the ride. I'm in for the ride. See where I want to make affiliate, like Mark said. I want to get some more followers, get some people in to check out the channel, and then I just started messing with the alerts recently. Like I don't have alerts yet
Okay.
even, so
Yeah.
still very new to it. I got some ideas. But I think a near-term goal would be 50 followers.
Nice. That's a good one to have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think so. My advice, and I'm not a partnered streamer. I'm not a big streamer. Recently, I would say the biggest change for myself for streaming is I'm done doing things I don't want to do. Like I'm not going to play a game because I feel like I have to. You have to, in my opinion, you got to have your base, which is like your core game, but then definitely branch out. But the other thing is, I love like alerts and emotes. That's the stuff for me that is really what makes it your own. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And trust me when I tell you it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Right on.
Yeah. What do you think, Atrax? What's your advice?
I mean, yeah, have fun. And if you're always trying to improve stuff, like if you have the time, watch at least a portion of your stream back that you feel that you could, like the beginning of the stream or the end of the stream, like just how you start the stream or end could influence if someone's going to stay or not, or if they'll come back. I don't know. That's always been my advice is like watch your stream back. And if you as a viewer aren't kind of entertained by yourself, and there are lulls in a stream like that happens all the time, but I just mean like certain points, oh, this was really great. And then you go back and you look at it and it's like, oh man, I wasn't as reactive as I thought. Then you kind of know for next time, be more reactive, and then more people are likely to come, right? So that's always my advice is, like just try and see things that you can improve that entertain you, and then people come.
Nice.
For sure.
That's good advice.
This question is really important to me.
Oh, God.
It's a big one. Who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Man, I hate this question too because I've read a lot of the EU books, and it's really tough to pick one. Are you talking like everything's on the table? Any Star Wars
Everything.
character? Any?
Yeah.
If Nick wasn't in Imperial prison, he would tell you that his favorite is Darth Bane, and he would give you the 15-minute long explanation on who Darth Bane is, even though you'll say, "Oh, I know who that is."
Yeah.
He just loves Darth Bane. Nothing wrong
No,
with that.
Well, if you read the books, you'll know that Bane, blah, 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 blah. And then this character, blah, 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 blah. And then them, blah, 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 blah.
Is that the one from Batman?
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
I
for
think
Bane.
so.
I was born in the dark.
I'm Bane. Oh, good times.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Grand Admiral Thrawn from Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command, just because I feel like,
Great choice.
yeah, Zahn wrote him so well, and whereas Vader was the quintessential villain and probably still is the archetypal villain for all things, just huge, ominous, dressed in black,
Yeah.
just powerful
Yeah.
dude. I feel like Thrawn was the other side of that, where he was like cold, calculating, manipulative, like knew the entire chess match play by play before the first piece was moved. So I think Thrawn is probably my answer for that.
What's really hard for me is I grew up with the Heir to the Empire in the first trilogy. Then as soon as the audiobooks came out and Mark Thompson voiced Thrawn, that's my Thrawn.
Real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Mark Thompson, if you've never listened to a Mark Thompson audiobook, like you should listen, go to Audible or go to wherever and download. You could probably listen to Heir to the Empire on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
You're gonna you'll listen to that whole trilogy. It's fucking amazing because it's all sounds like like when the TIE fighters are going, you'll hear the, you know what I mean? And like whenever somebody's shooting or a lightsaber ignites and he's reading the book and you hear the humming of the lightsaber, the audiobooks for Star Wars are the best out of any books ever.
Okay.
And
See,
I love to read, but like you got to do it.
I'm a page turner though. Like I don't do audiobooks. I want to hold the thing in my hand and flip the page.
Do you listen to podcasts?
No.
Okay. Well, what I mean is like
I
if
do.
you drive in a car.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
do
when
drive
you're
in a
instead of
car.
listening to unless instead of listening to a podcast, listen to the audiobook.
All right. All
You
right.
got to trust me. Try Heir to the Emperor, and you
Marcus,
can probably get it on
he's
free.
gonna stop listening to our podcast. Stop it.
Well, that's all right. He'll be back.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
go
man.
back.
So you haven't been streaming very long, but do you have a favorite stream moment already?
I do, and I don't want to get too sappy or sound like I'm pandering here, but the first day I streamed in the morning. I think I had one viewer for most of the morning. It was Machete, and I'd asked him to come in and just kind of check how it sounded, give me his input on how it looked, and then I streamed that night also, and it was a long day. 2 streams in there, and then stuff in between with real life. And I was about ready to end the stream, and here comes my very first fucking ever raid. And who was it, Marcus?
Oh, I know who it was. It was
Yeah.
Apex.
No. Here comes Marcus. So I was tired, ready to log off, but I had to stay on for a while longer and play some more games. And it was really cool to just get my first ever raid. Was Marcus swooping in, and it's still my peak viewership on a stream ever. I think we hit like 60 viewers. I hit 60 viewers that night, just from Marcus
Nice.
bringing in his channel. So it was really awesome.
That's awesome.
That's probably
I think that
my
was
favorite moment.
yeah. I think that was a fun night too because that was when the Apex server just got launched.
Yeah.
And everybody was so excited, and it was great.
Yeah, APEC
Yeah.
night. That's awesome.
Yeah,
For
Apex
sure.
night. Yeah,
For sure.
I had
don't
a
even
lot
know.
of fun.
And at that point, I hadn't even told you I was starting streaming. So I don't know. You just found me on Twitch, huh?
I'm like a vulture.
When
Like if
he
you're
hears
doing
about it, yeah.
People say like when somebody starts streaming, there's somebody in our community that will notify us that hey hey, so-and-so from your community is streaming. Hey, this guy's starting to stream. Hey, Marcus, should go stream snipe, because at the end of the day, we want to help everybody.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's great. We need more. I think everybody, we need more people to try streaming because you don't know. You could really love it, or you could be like, you know what? This shit ain't for me. I like it because I'm a very social person. You know what I mean? And I like that social side of the gaming. And circling back to Elden Ring, I'm streaming Elden Ring, which is a solo game, but I'm also getting to hang out with all my friends.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like best of both worlds.
Absolutely.
Where can most people find you?
Well, I am in Discord at Stask27. I am also on Twitch at twitch.tv/Stask27. I'm on other socials, but those aren't set up. But those are where Discord, SWTOR, and Twitch are probably the three main places you can find me these days, or in the U.S. Midwest.
And
There
I'm
it
just
is.
going to give everybody a hint. One of the worst baseball teams ever, the Cubs, play there.
Come on.
It's my Dream World
Yeah.
Series, but I still fucking hate them.
Dude, you've never been to Wrigley, right? I think we've
No,
had
I've
this
been to Wrigley.
conversation. You have
No,
been
I've
to
been to
Wrigley?
Wrigley.
All right.
Yeah.
You
Wrigley's beautiful. I haven't been as an adult. Like, I'd like to go as an adult, but all of us over here in New England, we call Chicago Chirac because it's a fucking war zone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
most people that don't go to Chicago very often say that. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's because you're from there and you're like, they ain't messing with us. We're
Whoa,
OGs.
hold on. I'm not from Chicago. I will not claim that. I know there's people, and this bugs a lot of people that are actually from the city of Chicago a lot, that people from the suburbs of Chicago say they're from Chicago. But I also understand that people from the suburbs of Chicago say that because it's easier than saying the suburb of Chicago they're from and explaining that to them. So it's just easier that way. But yeah, I'm not from Chicago. I don't even live in the state, to be honest with you. But I was born there, and I've always been a Cubs fan. The greatest baseball team ever.
Second to
That's
the
all
Red
that matters.
Sox. That's it, yeah. All right. Atrax has a really important question.
Yep.
And this is the most important question. Like, we have a bunch of working class questions tonight, but those don't even matter if the wrong answer is spoken.
Yep.
Ooh.
Here it is. Most important question of the night. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Man. I really want to say pistachio.
It's over.
That's probably my second favorite when I think about it. I enjoy, all-time favorite is cookies and cream. I love cookies and cream. Always have. Always will. I love
Is that
Oreos and ice
acceptable,
cream
Marcus?
together.
I don't know. Okay. He mentioned the P word.
He said it first too.
And like, I almost, my mouse is over the cursor, and I just,
I really don't know.
I'm just fucking disgusted right now.
We need. I don't know. We need a review.
All
Please
right.
hold while the
Man.
referees get a moment to review. Flag on the play.
Terrible ice cream flavor mentioned.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't.
We might
believe he
have
would
to.
actually
We
say
might
that.
have to, at the very least, back it up 15 yards. Like,
Dude, like, I might even skip the question. I think we're okay to move on. What do you think?
yeah. All right. Let's just go.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. So the
Cookies
referees
and
have.
cream is okay.
That was
Yeah.
close.
So hey, wait. Let me bring us back. So because they didn't hear our ref talk. Hey, everybody, we're back. So we have accepted the cookies and cream answer, but he is on probation for the rest of the podcast. If he mentions pistachio, we will end it immediately. So Yeah, so we're back. All right, Stask, welcome back to the show. We have our favorite part of the show, where it's where our community members get to ask us anything they want in whatever order they decide they want it. It's called Working Class Questions.
It's working class questions.
Quinn, the Nerds Community fashionista, said, assuming the ice cream flavor question has happened, what are your favorite kinds of fruits?
I my favorite kinds of fruits or my favorite fruit?
Well,
That's
it says
probably
favorite kinds of fruits. So maybe give us your top 3.
Top 3. I love a good apple. There's so many different
Mm.
kinds of apples, so many different
Yep.
flavors. Gotta go. I like a banana in the morning. Get that potassium. Prevent the Charlie horses and stuff. And man, I love the taste of strawberries. So scratch
right.
that. Let's go to raspberries. Raspberries instead of strawberries.
Raspberries. All right.
Nah,
Marcus.
strawberries are way better than strawberries are way better than raspberries. Raspberries have those little seeds that are annoying.
It's delicious. Nice tart
just love
raspberry. Raspberry's great.
So what are your top 3 then, Marcus?
I like eating bananas the long way, one bite. I love cantaloupe, and I
Okay.
love grapes.
All right. Those are good.
Oh,
Solid.
dude, they're best.
That's solid.
Yeah, what
That's what's
about
up.
you?
I'm apples, blueberries, and probably like oranges / tangerines. You know, like the little
Yeah.
mini oranges.
Clementines.
Yeah.
My kids
Or like
fucking devour them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little cuties bag.
Yes. Well, so so there's a video online of, I don't know if he's from MIT. He took a package of non-organic strawberries and a package of organic strawberries. He soaked them in water and rinsed them off and then pressed them. Took out all the juice and then they tested them. There were so many pesticides in the non-organic one that it was enough to spray one whole field from one bushel of strawberries. So
That's crazy.
I haven't bought non-organic fruit or vegetables in probably 6 months, and it's not that much more expensive, but it's so much better.
Do you feel better too?
I don't know.
Not noticeable.
Hey, listen, it doesn't matter how many organic strawberries, grapes, or bananas I eat. I'm still eating a slice of pizza that's going to fuck my day up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're like, I'm still going
But,
to
you know-
McDonald's every day.
Right. But Atrax, honorable mention, because you said it, is blueberries for sure.
Yeah.
Because we'll go as a family blueberry picking at
Oh,
this
that's
local
fun.
farm. Oh my God, dude. I eat so many blueberries. My poop
Yep.
is like blue for days.
One dude, when I was growing up, my system was always one for me, one for the box. One for me,
Nice.
one for the box.
That's the way to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not like they're losing money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Quinn also asks, what is the best part of starting streaming?
You want to start with me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. It's just fun, like you were saying. You're playing, like, I play video games anyway, but I actually got people hanging out with me, people chatting like while I'm doing it, asking questions or just hanging out basically. And it's that's my favorite part.
I've been streaming 3 years, I think. And I've gone on the ups and the downs of it. I would say my favorite part of streaming before, like, I treated it almost as a business, and now I don't. I would say my favorite part is just seeing my friends and our community pop in like, because for me, I don't expect anybody to come into my stream and hang out there all day. But if somebody takes 3 minutes out of their day to pop in, say hello, how are you doing? That means the world to me, because there's 9 million other streamers. You can go do that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I wish Kick was around when I first started and multi-streaming was allowed, because that you would be in a much better place. What about you, Atrax?
I mean, yeah, it's always the community, right? For streaming. For me, it's also nice to be able to just play games and take it more seriously, if you will. You know, because like when you're streaming, yeah, you're also just playing games, but people are watching, so you want to you play it up a little bit. You know, you want to be entertaining, you want to be or helpful or engaging, or you know, like everybody has their own thing for the stream, but you know, you want to do something. It's not just oh yeah, just well hit go live and kind of meander. At least for me. So that's always nice too, is to try and be entertaining for others, because I watch a ton of streamers and YouTube videos and stuff. So to be able to give back to the community, if you will, in that way,
For
and
sure.
be entertaining for a couple hours that's always a feels good for me.
The next two questions are for Stask. Stask, any big goals for the channel?
I think we kind of talked about this earlier. Big goals aren't really top of mind for me right now. It's just kind of learning how to stream and how to be a better streamer. Working on alerts. A lot of baby steps right now for me.
Can I make some advice? One advice?
Absolutely.
Set one big goal.
One big goal?
So like 100 followers, or, you know, or like set your affiliate goal. Like, we're going to do this. Like,
Or like be regular for a month or something.
Right. Be regular for a month. Like, set one big goal that you're committing to yourself, because when you hit it, it's a monumental moment and you don't want it to be foreshadowed. Because like people, I'm not saying look down on affiliate, but it's not easy to hit that mark.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's people I know that have been streaming for years that have not hit affiliate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So set a big goal, because when you get there, it'll feel so much better, and then you can throw a party on your stream.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
You want me to do that
And if
right
you
now?
don't-
Should we do a Working
No.
Class Nerds exclusive? No?
That's up to
All right.
you.
That's
we're
entirely up to you.
Yeah. What's the next question for Stask, Mr. Atrax?
Quinn also wants to know, how do you manage to stay on top of Galactic Seasons across multiple servers? I've been trying to give it a shot on Shea Vizsla with mixed results.
Well, I can't answer this, man. This is my secrets. And if I tell like say on the podcast how I do it, then everybody's gonna do it. I can release a book and sell it to you though. I gladly do that. You can read my book on how to beat Galactic Seasons, but it's
have two
tough, man.
codes.
You gotta be efficient, Quinn. That's my best advice I can give you. Is you gotta find a rhythm, you gotta find a pattern, you gotta be efficient and go through it that way.
Go check out twitch.tv/Stask27 and
There you
find
go.
out all the tips. Watch and learn.
Yep,
Maybe even subscribe, ad free, all that good stuff.
it's wonderful.
Miros/Wolfrock, as us Destiny players know her. What are your thoughts with your truce with Miros? A lot of people are rooting for the truce to end and for the chaos to reconvene. Do you think it'll last until the new year? Why or why not? And what do you have to say to all the haters who doubt it'll last?
I feel like haters are gonna hate, as they say. And I enjoy the truce. I've enjoyed the peace and quiet that I can feel in game when I'm gaming with my good friend Mirios. But I would like to say that just because Mirios and I have a truce doesn't mean there has to be a truce between her and other certain individuals that we game with. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to make any predictions because I don't want to influence the Vegas odds on whether or not this truce is going to last till the new year. So we'll just see what happens, one day at a time.
All right. One
And
day at a time.
yes.
Also, will you ever play Lethal Company? And you did answer this kind of earlier, but
Yeah, I'll get there. I will. The answer is yes. I don't know
Hey,
when, but I will.
Wolf, he's gonna play Lethal Company when I play Starfighter.
Yeah,
there you go.
that sounds fair. That sounds
Same
fair.
night. There you go.
Well, if we did it the same night, I would play Lethal Company because it's a 4-person game, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It
I
is.
think you can have a mod. You can install mods that let more people in.
Wow, that's just
But-
too much
really?
work.
But that's work. But yeah, you can
Are-
have 4.
Our good friend Doritos.
Wait, you know who? Doritos!
asks,
Which is better content, Munter streams or Deathfest and Elden Ring? This is an easy answer. It's Deathfest and Elden Ring.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. No contest. No contest. Marcus, what do you think?
I'm 50-50. I think Elden Ring is easier to follow and understand what I'm doing. And when I die,
Getting your ass kicked.
Yeah, and you think it's hilarious. Watching somebody play Destiny is not an easy game to watch. It's like watching somebody raiding in SWTOR, right? When you're in the game, you know what's going on. It's easy to follow. But when you're when you're watching somebody, that content isn't really exhilarating unless you do it and you know. So if you're a non-Destiny player or a non-SWTOR raider, it just looks like a bunch of dots going off, and in Destiny, you're just running down a corridor shooting people. Like,
And then standing there and recycling guns and dismantling crap and talking to people and buying
right, exactly.
guns and
Yeah.
oh, this one has this thing and this one has this thing and nah.
And Doritos, which
Elden
one do
Ring.
you think is better content?
Yeah, let us know.
What was the best stream moment of 2023 thus far?
Oh, that's a tough one. One
Well-
jumps to mind, but
Well, so I'm going to say, how about this? I won't talk about myself in my moment. I'll talk about my favorite stream moment for Atrax, because Stask is a noob.
Yeah.
So I have yet to have his best moment yet. Oh, no, actually, it's when I raided him and he didn't realize it, but I just said hello and he's like, whoa, you're here? Like, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? But my favorite moment was the night Atrax came back streaming.
yeah.
Like, that was a big moment for myself because, as you guys know from years prior, believe it or not, Atrax is my favorite streamer. Like, I watch a lot of streamers, and Atrax, when he's on point and he's actually streaming, like being him, he's the best streamer I watch.
Thank you.
And when he came back, it made me really happy.
It was nice to be back. And then for me, so coming back to streaming was really great too. A lot of people showed up and that was really awesome. But also, one moment that pops into my head, and it's just because we talk about Elden Ring all the time, is shortly after when Marcus was in his Elden Ring phase back in March. I had one Elden Ring stream this entire year, 4 hours, and I played as a wretch, which means like base level, no stats. You just have a club. You're just a naked guy with a club running around. And I beat the first story boss in 4 hours with just like the club. And I mean, I did level up my stats, but I didn't get any new weapons or armor or anything. I just with the club and some extra strength, a little bit of extra health. I just beat down the first boss. So I mean, to me, that would be my favorite stream moment of 2023, aside from coming back. Stask, do you have one yet? I think we asked this kind of earlier too.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably go with
Few
that. That was
repeats.
mine.
Marcus raiding you.
I do like watching Marcus get surprised in Elden Ring and scream like a little girl.
I do love it.
Oh man.
I really do love it. It's because there's so much to explore and like, and then you die and you're like, fuck, I have to go back to where I was. And then you go back and, you know, you have to actively try to not die again. But everything is so hard for me because I've never played a game like that. So I think that's, yeah. I can't wait to beat my first real boss that I can feel like, okay, I can actually play this game a little bit. Like I'm still going to get my ass kicked, but like I feel like I've gotten over that first hump.
Once you beat Morgott, it'll feel real good.
Right, exactly. How do you guys feel about the Game Award results?
I think they were good. I think some of the nominees could have been a little better, but the only one I didn't like was, I think, Coach of the Year. I felt should have gone to Zonic instead of whoever else it was, but I don't know. Maybe their esport, they did a lot better in.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
What do you think, Stask?
Like I said earlier, I didn't play a lot of those games, but I will say I'm a little disappointed SWTOR didn't win anything.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I really like the Game Awards. I like that it's becoming like the Game Awards have pretty much replaced E3. That's where all the big game trailers come out. You know what I mean?
Well, E3's gone now too, so
yeah. Rip that guy.
Rip E3.
But what I'll say about the Game Award results, like I expected Baldur's Gate to win. I expected, you know what I mean? I expected all the big names to win. But what I didn't like is all the categories I actually cared about. They did like a side piece of it. And they were like, oh, the best indie game goes to this. Best indie game, best sports game, this. And they just read it all off a teleprompter. You know what I mean?
Right.
And for me, like, I'd much rather them spend more time on that than just the big games for the stage.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, it's a game awards show. It's not like, I understand they're doing they're releasing trailers, but like, I'm there to do Game Awards.
True. Maybe they did it for time. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but some of the ones that like they were good, like best sound design, like that's a big one to me. I mean, Dead Space.
That's true.
I don't think Dead Space won, but it didn't. It was some other game, but like that game. Oh, that sound. Anyway, what about you, Stask?
About the Game Awards?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked them.
Yeah,
didn't he say already?
Yeah, I did. I already
I thought it was from the other one. It's because there was another question earlier.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's okay, Marcus.
Last question. Rayu says New World question mark? I'm going to say no.
No? You're no for
I own it.
New World?
I don't have time.
I think it's good, but I'm just playing other stuff, like so many other things. I'm playing at least 20 different games right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll say yes. I've ran with Rayu on his server once or twice now. Had a lot of fun doing it, but they're not on the same server as we are. So if I get the time, I'll get back over there and play with Rayu. But other than that, I'll be on. I think it's Valhalla. I don't know, I forget all the servers.
Valhalla.
Right. But yes,
That's awesome.
Yes, New World.
Tell everybody your Twitch handle.
Stask27. That's me. Come and find me. Got a placeholder logo right now. It's a trooper face. Those troopers are awesome.
What are you guys talking about in here? Find out next episode of
Working Class Nerds.